Stop. Before you scroll away, I need to tell you something that could completely change your life. And it will only take 30 seconds every morning. You're about to learn a simple daily ritual that doesn't cost a cent, takes less time than brushing your teeth, and yet can reprogram your mind for success, happiness, and confidence. I am not talking about some vague, positive thinking idea that sounds nice but doesn't really stick. I am talking about a phrase, just a handful of words, backed by neuroscience and psychology, proven to shift your mental state from powerless to unstoppable. And the best part? You don't need to believe in it at first. You just need to say it every single morning. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow, groggy and unmotivated. You stand in front of the mirror, or maybe you're still lying in bed, and you speak these words out loud. Within seconds, your breathing changes, your shoulders pull back, something inside you clicks, and without realizing it, you've just set your brain's GPS for the day ahead. Most people wake up and immediately invite chaos into their lives, checking their phone, scrolling through other people's drama, thinking about everything that can go wrong. But you're not going to be like most people. You're about to take control of the first moments of your day, and therefore, the direction of your life. And here is why this is so powerful. The brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. When you speak with conviction, your mind takes your words as truth and begins working to make them reality. This is how elite athletes, CEOs, and high achievers start their day. And you're about to join them. So stay with me for the next few minutes. Because in this video, I'm going to give you the exact words to say, explain the science that makes them work, and show you how to use them to break through fear, doubt, and limitation. If you've been searching for a turning point, something small you can do that leads to massive change, this is it. This is the lever that moves the entire world of your life in your favor. Before we dive in, I have one request. If you believe that change is possible, even if it asks just a small spark at first, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's the fuel that keeps me creating these videos for you every single day, and honestly, it's the greatest motivation you can give me. Who knows? Maybe your like and subscribe today will be the exact moment that inspires someone else to change their life too. All right, ready? Let's unlock the morning ritual that could redefine who you are. Let's start with something simple. Your brain is a prediction machine. Every second, it's scanning your environment, your memories, and your internal state to decide how you should feel and what you should do next. And here is the part most people never realize. The first few minutes after you wake up are when your brain is the most open to influence. Why? Because right after you wake, your brain is still producing higher levels of theta and alpha waves, the same brainwave states you enter during meditation or hypnosis. This is a biological sweet spot where suggestions, thoughts, and images sink deep into your subconscious. Think of it as wet cement. In those first minutes of your day, whatever you write on it will harden and shape the structure of your thoughts for the next 12 to 16 hours. Now here's where words come in. Words are not just sounds. They are neurological triggers. Each word you speak sets off a cascade of chemical reactions in your body. Positive, empowering words can increase dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that boost motivation, creativity, and resilience. Negative, disempowering words do the opposite, raising cortisol and activating the brain's threat response. That's why saying something like, "I'm so tired," right after you wake can literally make you more tired. Your body follows your language. Neuroscientists have found that the brain doesn't but just listen to language passively. It responds as if the words are reality. This is called the neuro-linguistic effect. Say, "I'm confident," with enough conviction, and your brain starts adjusting your posture, your breathing, and even your facial expressions to match. This isn't magic, it's biology. You've probably heard of the placebo effect, where someone experiences real improvements in health just because they believe they're receiving treatment. Well, your morning words are like a self-administered placebo, except you're not tricking yourself, you're directing yourself. You're choosing the belief before the world chooses it for you. Think about how professional athletes use this. Before a race, a sprinter might repeat, "I am the fastest, I am ready, I will win," over and over. They're not just hyping themselves up, they're priming their nervous system for peak performance. CEOs do it before big meetings. Artists do it before stepping on stage. And the difference between the people who succeed and the people who done tea often comes down to this: how they talk to themselves in those critical moments. Morning words work because they set the tone for the rest of your day. They are like the first domino in a chain reaction. Start with a strong, empowering statement, and the rest of your day aligns with that energy. Start with a weak, self-defeating thought, and, well, you know how that goes. Here's another fascinating part: your reticular activating system, or RAS. This is the brain's filter that decides what information to pay attention to. If you wake up saying, "Today is going to be full of opportunities," your RAS starts scanning for things that confirm that belief. You notice chances to connect with people, ideas that might help you, small wins that motivate you. But if you say, "Today's going to be terrible," guess what? Your RAS will find proof of that too. You literally program your own reality filter every morning. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending life is perfect. It's about giving yourself the mental ammunition to face whatever comes with strength and clarity. The words you say each morning are like a password to unlock your best self for the day. Say the wrong password and you stay locked out. In just a moment, I'm going to give you a phrase, a short, powerful sequence of words that you can start using tomorrow morning. But before we get there, I need you to understand this. Change is not about doing one big thing once. It's about doing small, intentional things consistently, and saying the right words every morning is one of the most powerful small things you can do. Because here's the truth. You can't always control what happens in your day, but you can always control how you show up for it. And that choice begins the moment you open your eyes. In the next part, we'll break down the exact words, the ones I personally say every morning and the ones thousands of people have used to transform their lives, and I'll show you exactly how to make them stick. All right, you've learned why morning words matter. You understand the science behind them. Now let S talk about the exact words you need to say, the ones that can transform your state of mind before the day even begins. First, a quick reminder. These aren't magic spells. They're not about pretending your problems don't exist. They are intentional commands you give to your brain, telling it how to focus, how to feel, and how to act. Think of them as a script you hand to your subconscious every morning so it knows exactly what role to play in today's story. The phrase I'm about to give you is built from 3 components: gratitude, identity, and action. Why these 3? Because gratitude shifts your emotional state instantly. Identity shapes your long-term beliefs, and action primes your body and mind to move. Today I am grateful for the life I have. I am becoming the person I want to be, and I will act with purpose and courage in everything I do. 1. Today, I am grateful for the life I have. Gratitude is the fastest way to change your emotional chemistry. When you express gratitude, truly feel it, your brain releases dopamine and oxytocin. It's like flipping a switch from stress mode to possibility mode. This part of the statement tells your brain, we already have something worth living for. We're not starting empty, we're starting rich. Even on the hardest days, there is something to be grateful for. Your breath, your ability to think, the people who care about you, or simply the fact that you woke up today. 2. I am becoming the person I want to be. This part is about identity. Your brain is always asking, who am I? When you answer that question intentionally, you guide your subconscious behavior. You might not be that person yet, but the word becoming gives you permission to grow while keeping you focused on the target. This is crucial because we act in alignment with who we believe we are. If you say, I'm disciplined, your brain works to prove that's true. If you say, I'm lazy, well, you know the rest. 3. And I will act with purpose and courage in everything I do. Here's where we turn words into fuel for action. Purpose gives meaning to effort. Courage gives you the power to move even when you're scared. The combination tells your brain, we are not just thinking about a better life, we were doing something about it today. Here's the important part. It's not enough to say the words. You have to feel them. Tone. Say it out loud, clearly, and with conviction. Body language. Stand tall, shoulders back, deep breath. Your posture will reinforce the message. Visualization. As you speak each part, picture what it looks like. Imagine the life you're grateful for, the person you're becoming, and the purposeful actions you'll take today. If you can, say it while looking in the mirror. That eye contact with yourself strengthens the connection between the words and your self-image. This morning power statement works because it covers all three dimensions of your mental state: past, present, and future. Gratitude roots you in the present and reminds you of your foundation. Identity shapes your long-term trajectory. Action prepares you to engage with the day ahead. Maybe you want to make it more specific. For example, today, I am grateful for my health, I am becoming a confident leader, and I will approach every challenge with focus and courage. Today, I am grateful for my family. I am becoming more disciplined, and I will use my time wisely to create a better future. The structure stays the same: gratitude, identity, action, but the details are yours to choose. I once worked with a client who struggled with confidence at work. Every morning for 30 days, she said, "Today I am grateful for my skills. I am becoming a leader in my field, and I will speak with clarity and confidence in every meeting." By week 2, she noticed she was speaking up more. By week 4, her manager noticed too, and gave her a leadership role. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't grab your phone first. Don't scroll. Sit up, plant your feet on the floor, and say this statement out loud. It will feel strange the first few times, but give it a week, give it 2. Soon, it won't just be something you say, it will be something you live. In the next part, we'll talk about how to make this habit stick, even when life gets chaotic. Now you know the exact words to say every morning. But here's the truth. Knowing them isn't enough. You can write them down. You can memorize them. You can even repeat them a few times this week. But if you don't make it a habit, you'll forget, and you'll go back to autopilot mode. And autopilot mode is exactly where your old habits want you to stay. So let's talk about making this morning practice unshakable. A ritual you keep even when you busy, stressed, or traveling. This is the difference between a nice idea and a life-changing transformation. Before we build, we have to identify what breaks the habit in the first place. Lack of trigger. You don't have a consistent cue to remind you to say the words. No emotional connection. You say the words like a chore, not like something that actually matters. Too much pressure. You try to do it perfectly or add too many steps, and it feels overwhelming. If you've ever started something with excitement and stopped after a week, you've experienced one of these traps. The key is to set up your environment and your mind to make quitting harder than continuing. Every habit starts with a trigger. Best trigger for this habit: waking up. Why? Because it's consistent, universal, and happens no matter where you are. Physical anchor. Keep a sticky note with your morning power statement on your bedside table. Put it where your eyes will land the moment you wake up. Digital backup. Set your phone's lock screen to show the statement. That way, even if you reach for your phone, your words are the first thing you see. Habit stacking is a psychological hack where you attach a new habit to an old one. Example. After I brush my teeth, I say my morning power statement. Example. After I make my coffee, I stand by the window and say my statement. The brain loves patterns. When you connect something new to something you already do, it becomes automatic much faster. This is where most people go wrong. They treat the statement like a password to unlock their day. But words without emotion are just sounds. Engage your senses. Visualize the scene. Hear the sounds of your ideal day. Feel the excitement in your chest. Change your physiology. Say it while standing tall, shoulders back, deep breath. Your body language amplifies your brain's belief. Energy tip: smile while you say it. Smiling sends a signal to your brain that something good is happening. Your brain loves progress, and seeing it keeps you motivated. Keep a small notebook where you mark an X for every day you say your statement. After a week, write down one positive thing that happened that might be connected to your morning words. After a month, review your notes. You'll start to see patterns: better mood, more courage, more productivity. When you travel or have an unpredictable schedule, you need a portable version of your habit. Record yourself saying the statement with energy and save it on your phone. Play it when you wake up. Write it on a small card you keep in your wallet. Life happens. Some mornings you'll be sick, late, or in a bad mood. The rule is simple. Don't skip 2 days in a row. Even if you only whisper the words once, you've kept the habit alive. The goal isn't perfection. It's persistence. Your brain needs a reason to keep doing something. Pair your habit with a reward, no matter how small. Example: after saying your morning power statement, you make your favorite coffee. Example: you get to listen to your favorite upbeat song right after. A man I worked with was skeptical about affirmations. He thought they were woo-woo nonsense, but he agreed to try the morning power statement for 30 days. Week 1. He set a reminder on his phone. Week 2. He attached it to making coffee. Week 3. He realized he was starting the statement before the reminder even went off. By the end of the month, he noticed he was handling stress better at work. His wife told him he seemed lighter. He didn't just keep the habit, he expanded it to his kids. Here's the truth. Habits aren't built in a day, but they can change your days forever. If you make this one stick, you won't just start mornings differently, you'll start living differently. And when we come back, I'm going to show you how to combine this morning ritual with a powerful evening practice that locks in your progress while you sleep. You've started your mornings with power, clarity, and intention. But here's a secret that high performers and resilient people know: how you end your day can be just as important as how you start it. The truth is, your brain doesn't stop working when you go to bed. While you sleep, it's processing your memories, your emotions, and your beliefs. So if you want your morning ritual to transform you faster, you need an evening ritual that locks in your progress. Most people think change happens during the day, but science says otherwise. Your subconscious is most active in the moments before sleep. That's when it organizes your thoughts, files away memories, and strengthens neural pathways. If your last thoughts at night are stressful, negative, or chaotic, you carry that into tomorrow. But if your last thoughts are intentional, empowering, and focused on what you want, you train your subconscious to work for you while you sleep. Before you go to bed, take 3 minutes to review your day. Acknowledge one win. Big or small, it doesn't matter. This tells your brain, I'm progressing. Note one lesson. Maybe something didn't go as planned. Instead of judging it, turn it into information. Express one gratitude. Gratitude rewires your brain to notice more positives. You can say these out loud, write them in a notebook, or type them into your phone. Stand in front of a mirror before bed. Look into your own eyes and say, I am proud of the progress I made today. I am ready to rest, recharge, and wake up even stronger tomorrow. Why it works. Eye contact with yourself creates a sense of accountability. Pro tip: smile while you say it. Your brain associates the smile with confidence and calm. Your evening reinforcement is not separate from your morning power statement. They're partners. At night, you review and close your day with pride. In the morning, you open the day with intention and belief. This creates a loop. Night locks in progress. Morning builds on it. Night locks in again. Repeat. Spend 1 minute visualizing tomorrow going well. Picture yourself waking up energized. See yourself facing challenges calmly and confidently. Imagine ending the day feeling accomplished. This primes your brain to seek those outcomes. One reason people struggle to sleep is they carry the day's stress into bed. Sit or lie down comfortably. Take a deep breath in for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. As you exhale, imagine letting go of all tension, doubt, and negativity. Do this 3 times. This signals your nervous system that it's safe to rest. Here's a sample evening ritual that takes less than 10 minutes. Turn off devices 15 minutes before bed. The 3-minute review. The mirror reflection technique, visualization before sleep, letting go breath. If you stick to this, your brain will start associating the sequence with closure, calm, and readiness for tomorrow. One woman in our coaching program struggled with self-confidence. She tried affirmations, but they didn't stick. When she combined her morning statement with an evening review, she noticed a shift in just 2 weeks. She went to bed calmer. She woke up with less anxiety. Her focus improved and her self-talk became naturally positive. Why? Because she wasn't just starting strong, she was ending strong too. If your morning ritual is the ignition, your evening ritual is the recharge. Together they turn every day into a cycle of growth. And when we come back in part 6, we'll take this even further. And I'm going to show you how to overcome the obstacles that try to break your momentum. Because the truth is, the world won't always make it easy for you to grow. But with the right strategies, you'll keep moving forward no matter what. You've built your morning power. You've locked it in at night. But then, life happens. An unexpected crisis. A bad day at work. A loss of motivation. This is where most people quit. Not because they're weak, but because they're unprepared for the momentum killers that show up when you start growing. The truth is, anything that grows attracts resistance. But here's the good news. With the right strategies, you can turn these roadblocks into stepping stones. Before you can defeat them, you have to see them clearly. The most common ones are overwhelm, too many tasks, too much noise, no clear priority. Negative influences, people who doubt you, mock your efforts, or constantly complain. Perfectionism. You feel like you must do everything perfectly or it is not worth doing at all. Loss of motivation. That spark you had in the beginning fades. Life disruptions, sickness, emergencies, unexpected changes. Most people mistake these as signs they should stop, but they're just part of the journey. When momentum killers strike, you need a habit so small, so easy, that you can do it even on your worst days. This is your anchor habit. If you miss your full morning ritual, just do 1 line of your morning affirmation. If you can't journal for 10 minutes, write down 1 win. The goal isn't to do it perfectly, it's to keep the chain unbroken. A small action on a bad day is worth more than a perfect action on a good day. You can't always avoid negative people, but you can limit their impact. Control your inputs. Limit social media that drains you. Replace gossip with podcasts, audiobooks, or uplifting music. Find your allies. Connect with even 1 to 2 people who support your growth. Share your wins and struggles with them. Silent boundaries. You don't need to explain your growth to everyone. Sometimes the best way to protect your energy is to quietly focus on your work. Perfectionism kills more dreams than failure ever will. High achievers use B- thinking. Deliver something that's good enough and improve as you go. Remind yourself, imperfect action beats perfect inaction. Keep a wins list to remind yourself of progress, even if it's messy. When you feel stuck, ask yourself why you started and do it 5 times in a row. Example, why am I doing this? To improve my life. Why do I want to improve my life? To feel more confident and happy. Why do I want to feel confident and happy? So I can build better relationships. Why do I want better relationships? Because connection makes life meaningful. Why do I want a meaningful life? Because I only get one, and I want to live it fully. By the 5th, why, you've reignited your emotional core. Life will throw curveballs. Don't wait for them to hit. Prepare in advance. Create a backup version of your routines that takes 3 to 5 minutes. Keep a short list of reset actions, e.g., a quick walk, a breathing exercise, or calling a supportive friend. Accept that disruption is normal, but return to your path as soon as possible. Think of momentum like a bicycle. At first, it's hard to pedal. Once you're moving, small pushes keep you going. Even if you slow down, it's easier to speed up again than to start from zero. Momentum killers want you to stop pedaling completely. Your job is to keep moving, even if it is slow, so you never lose the rhythm entirely. There was a man named Daniel who started a morning and evening ritual just like we've been discussing. After 3 weeks, his company announced layoffs. His stress skyrocketed, and he missed a few days. But instead of quitting, he focused on his anchor habit, repeating one sentence of his affirmation in the shower. 2 months later, not only did he keep his job, but he got promoted. Why? Because he didn't let momentum killers completely stop his growth. The truth is, growth isn't a straight road. It's a series of turns, detours, and even breakdowns. But every time you choose to move, even a little, you are proving to yourself that nothing can stop you. And in Part 7, I'll share how to amplify your progress by tracking it in a way that keeps you motivated for months and even years. You can't improve what you don't measure. Progress isn't just about effort. It's about knowing what's working, what's not, and how far you've come. When you track your growth, you create proof that you're moving forward. And that proof is the fuel that keeps your motivation alive. Today, I'll show you exactly how to track your progress, so it doesn't just feel good. It accelerates your success. Tracking does 3 powerful things for your mind. Creates accountability. Once you record your actions, you become responsible for them. Reveals patterns. You'll spot the habits that push you forward or hold you back. Builds momentum. Seeing your streak grow becomes addictive in the best way. Think of athletes. They don't just train, they measure speed, distance, and performance. Without tracking, they'd never know if they were improving or declining. The easiest way to start tracking is with a daily snapshot. At the end of each day, record, 1 win, something you did well, 1 challenge, something that tested you, 1 next step, the small action you'll take tomorrow. Example, win, completed my morning affirmation before checking my phone. Challenge, felt tired after lunch and skipped exercise. Next step, walk for 5 minutes after lunch tomorrow. This method takes 2 to 3 minutes and builds awareness without overwhelm. Humans are visual creatures. If you want tracking to motivate you, make it visual. Use a wall calendar and mark each day you complete your habit. Use habit tracking apps like Habitica, Streaks, or Notion templates. Color code your progress, green for success, yellow for partial, red for missed. Seeing a chain of green days can trigger a powerful psychological effect. Don T. Break the chain. Most people only track the result, like weight loss or income growth. But if you only track outcomes, you'll get discouraged when results are slow. Instead, track both. Input metrics. What you control, e.g., number of affirmations said, minutes meditated, workouts completed. Outcome metrics. What changes over time, e.g., confidence level, productivity score, energy rating. This keeps you motivated even when results take time to show. Once a week, sit down and review. What worked? Repeat these actions. What didn't? Adjust or replace them. Biggest win of the week. 1 improvement for next week. Make this a non-negotiable appointment, just like a meeting with your future self. At the end of each month, compare your starting point to where you are now. Write down your 3 biggest achievements. Identify 1 limiting belief you overcame. Take a photo, journal entry, or video log to capture this stage of your journey. Later, when motivation dips, look back at these milestones. They'll remind you how far you've come. Your brain loves rewards. Use that to your advantage. Set checkpoint rewards for every 7, 14, or 30 days of consistent action. Rewards can be small, favorite snack, watching a movie, or big, weekend trip. Share milestones publicly. Friends congratulating you is a reward in itself. Tracking isn't about perfection. It's about honesty. When you see gaps in your progress, don't hide them, study them. Ask, What triggered this, and how can I avoid it next time? Treat setbacks as data, not as a verdict. A woman named Karen started saying her morning affirmations daily. At first, she tracked inconsistently. But once she started logging her progress on a simple wall chart, something changed. She didn't want to break her streak. 6 months later, she had 178 green check marks, more confidence than ever, and a new job she once thought was out of reach. Tracking didn't just show her progress, it created it. Here's a starter plan you can adopt right now. Morning, mark your habit complete. Evening, write your daily snapshot. Weekly, review wins and challenges. Monthly, celebrate your milestones. This takes less than 10 minutes a day but will multiply your results. What gets measured gets mastered. The more you track, the more real your progress becomes. And when you see your own growth on paper or on your screen, you'll stop doubting yourself. In Part 8, I'll reveal how to supercharge your journey by surrounding yourself with the right environment, the right people, and the right mindset to keep winning. Success doesn't just depend on what you do. It depends on where you do it. Your environment can either pull you forward or quietly pull you back. The truth is, most people fail not because they don't have the right goals, but because they try to achieve them in the wrong environment. In this section, we'll design a space, a network, and a mindset that naturally leads you toward your best self, without constant willpower. Your brain is constantly taking cues from the space around you. A cluttered desk often leads to a cluttered mind. A fridge filled with junk food makes it harder to eat healthy. Friends who constantly complain make it harder to stay positive. It's not just about self-control. It's about controlling the cues. Change the environment, and you change the behavior. Behavioral scientists call it friction, the ease or difficulty of taking an action. Positive friction makes bad habits harder. Example: put your phone in another room when you work. Negative friction makes good habits easier. Example: place your affirmation journal on your pillow so you see it before bed. Small environmental tweaks reduce reliance on willpower and make good habits automatic. 1. Declutter ruthlessly. A clean, organized space clears mental distractions. 2. Visual triggers. Place vision boards, quotes, or reminders where you see them often. 3. Dedicated zones. Have a specific spot for affirmations, workouts, and work sessions. 4. Lighting and energy. Natural light boosts mood and focus. If you can't get it, invest in warm, bright lighting. Example: if your goal is to start every morning with affirmations, set up a morning corner, a chair, a small table, a journal, and a cup of tea ready to go. Your phone and computer are part of your environment. Remove apps that drain your time. Use wallpapers with motivational phrases. Organize files so you spend less time searching and more time doing. Limit notifications. Let your tools serve you, not distract you. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Ask yourself, do my friends encourage my growth or drain my energy? Who makes me think bigger? Who challenges me to be better? If you lack positive influences, join communities, online or offline, where growth is the norm. Surround yourself with people who talk about ideas, not gossip. An accountability partner or group can keep you consistent when motivation fades, give feedback and new perspectives, celebrate your wins, and challenge your excuses. Set up regular check-ins, weekly calls, group chats, or even shared Google Sheets for progress tracking. Sometimes you can't change your whole environment. In that case, create micro-environments, small controlled zones where your best self thrives. Example: noise-canceling headphones, an instant quiet focus zone. A coffee shop corner with your laptop, creative writing zone. A section of your room with a yoga mat, a wellness zone. These small spaces can shield you from the chaos around you. It's easier to avoid temptation than to resist it. Want to eat healthy? Don't buy junk food. Want to read more? Keep a book on your desk. Want to spend less time on your phone? Charge it outside your bedroom. When temptation is out of sight, it's often out of mind. Habit experts recommend context-based triggers. Say affirmations at the same spot every morning. Journal in the same chair every night. Meditate in the same corner of your home. Your brain starts associating that location with the behavior, making it easier to repeat. Every few months, do an energy audit of your environment. Who and what gives me energy? Who and what drains me? What spaces make me feel calm and focused? What spaces make me stressed or distracted? Then, maximize the energizers, minimize the drainers. You don't have to fight your way to success. You can design your way to it. When your environment is aligned with your goals, progress feels natural. In Part 9, we'll take it even further, learning how to feed your mind with the right ideas so your thoughts start working for you, not against you. Your mind is like a garden. Every thought you allow in is a seed. Some seeds grow into strong, healthy plants, ideas that inspire you, guide you, and push you toward greatness. Others turn into weeds, doubts, fears, and negativity that choke your potential. In this section, we'll explore how to feed your mind with the right ideas so that every day you grow stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable. Just like your body responds to the food you eat, your mind responds to the information you consume. If you feed it fear-driven news, toxic gossip, and constant distractions, it becomes anxious, unfocused, and reactive. But if you feed it inspiring books, empowering conversations, and purposeful learning, it becomes confident, resilient, and creative. Ask yourself daily, is what I'm consuming helping me become the person I want to be? 1. Start the day with positivity. Read a few pages of a motivational book or listen to an inspiring podcast before checking your phone. 2. Limit mental junk food. Cut down on endless social media scrolling, clickbait videos, and negative news cycles. 3. Curate your feed. Follow people, channels, and pages that educate, uplift, and challenge you in a healthy way. 4. Consume with intention. Every article, video, or post should serve a purpose. Learn, grow, or inspire. Not every idea is worth keeping. Before you let something live in your mind, ask, does this idea empower me or weaken me? Is it based on facts or fear? Will it still matter a year from now? Does it align with my values and goals? If the answer is no to most, discard it. Your attention is too valuable to waste. Over time, your mind becomes a storehouse of everything you've read, heard, and experienced. The goal is to fill it with resources you can draw from when challenges come. Practical ways. Keep a notebook or digital app for key quotes and lessons. Revisit old notes monthly to refresh your memory. Discuss what you've learned with others. It cements the knowledge. Seek voices that stretch your thinking. Listen to speeches from successful people in your field. Read autobiographies of those who've overcome great odds. Join webinars, workshops, or online communities that share high-level insights. The more you expose yourself to elevated thinking, the higher your own thinking will rise. One exposure to a good idea is rarely enough. The most powerful shifts happen when you repeatedly feed your mind with the same empowering concepts until they become part of your identity. Example, if your morning affirmation is, I am capable of achieving great things, pair it with stories, videos, and articles about people who started small and achieved big. You can't avoid negativity completely, but you can control how much it enters your mind. Politely steer conversations away from gossip. Reduce time spent with constant complainers. Use the mental door technique. Imagine a door closing in your mind when negative talk starts. Ideas are most powerful when put into practice. If you read about time management, try one technique that same day. If you learn a new mindset shift, apply it in a conversation. If you hear a powerful quote, use it to guide a decision. Implementation locks an idea into your brain far more than just hearing it. Only consuming uplifting content can make you feel good but unprepared. Balance it with challenges that push you. Read about people who failed and bounced back. Study problems in your field and brainstorm solutions. Learn from opposing viewpoints to sharpen your perspective. Every evening, reflect on what you fed your mind that day. Did I learn something valuable? Did I allow negativity to take root? How can I improve tomorrow's mental diet? Over time, this reflection creates a self-correcting system that keeps your thoughts aligned with your goals. If your mind is the control center of your life, the ideas you feed it are the software. Install the wrong programs and your life slows down or crashes. Install the right ones and you become unstoppable. In Part 10, we'll bring everything together, your words, your habits, your environment, and your ideas, into a single powerful system you can use to transform your life starting tomorrow. Every sunrise brings you a choice: to repeat yesterday or to rise into something greater. The words you speak each morning are the compass that guides your day. When you wake up and declare who you are and who you're becoming, you're not just talking. You're shaping reality. You're telling your mind where to go and your life will follow. This isn't about hype or blind positivity. This is about direction, about giving your subconscious mind a clear set of instructions to follow. Each word you speak in the quiet of the morning plants seeds. Some will sprout quickly, others will grow slowly, but if you plant them every day, the harvest will come. And here's the truth. The world is loud, distracting, and filled with voices trying to tell you who you should be. But when you own your mornings, you take back that control. You set the tone. You decide what matters. You become unshakable. So tomorrow, when the sun rises, stand tall. Speak with certainty. Speak with belief. Speak as if the world has already aligned in your favor. Because when you do, you'll notice something. The world starts to listen. If this message resonates with you, I want you to take the next step. Don't just keep this video to yourself. Share it with someone who needs this reminder. Drop a comment below telling me the very first words you'll say tomorrow morning. And if you're ready for more tools, more strategies, and more life-shifting perspectives, hit subscribe and join this community. Because this is only the beginning.